Hi everyone, it's Senator Fred Akshar. I am deeply honored today to have had the chance to induct Charles Bilbrey from Owego into the Senate's Veteran Hall of Fame. I have the distinct pleasure of being with Mr. and Mrs. Bilbrey today here in Albany. And I'm going to ask Mom and Dad, if you'd be so kind, just to share your son's story. We are eternally grateful to your family to have had an opportunity to recognize him. The Bilbreys are from Owego in Tioga County, and I'm just going to ask you to share a little bit about your son. And when we spoke on the phone a couple of weeks ago, it was really important to you that we ensure that Charles' story is never forgotten.
Right.
He is always remembered.
Yes.
So I'm going to ask you to help us do that so everybody that watches this knows exactly who your son is.
Absolutely. Charlie would have turned 31 last week on May 10th, and he was killed in action when he was 21 in 2007. Charlie went to West Point once with my father, and from that point forward knew that he wanted to be in the Army. He had an extremely strong sense of right and wrong, and he wanted to have a positive way to work with that. And he loved structure, and he knew the Army would be perfect for him, and it was. He was a United States Cavalry Scout. He trained in both Fort Benning, Georgia and Fort Knox, Kentucky, and he deployed to Iraq in January of '07. He loved us to send him Jolly Ranchers so that he could take that on patrol with him. The children of Iraq that he would meet on patrol loved the colors that they came in, and so that was something we sent over frequently. He and two other soldiers, Charlie had volunteered for the mission that day to secure a roadway in Saqqarah, Iraq, and they tripped an IED on their way through, and all three were killed instantly. He was killed with Sergeant William Howdeshell and Jaime Rodriguez, Jr. of California, and Howdeshell was of Virginia. There's not a day we don't miss him, and there's not a day that goes by without him. We just feel as parents now, it's our duty to make sure that his service and his sacrifice in the service of those actively serving never goes forgotten. And we thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Bilbrey, could you tell us how old was Charles when he knew he wanted to be in the military? Did he ever identify that at a young age, or?
Yes, I think he was around 10 or 11.
Yep.
And I think what's really important to note here to everybody that will see this is when Charlie paid the ultimate sacrifice, he volunteered his time.
Yes.
Right? It wasn't a routine patrol. It was his day off. He volunteered to serve his country on that fateful night. And to both of you, to your entire family who's here with us in Albany, on behalf of a grateful state and a grateful nation, we are eternally grateful to Charlie and to you. So I want to say a special thank you to the Bilbrey family for affording me an opportunity to recognize their son and be part of your family. So thank you so much.
Thank you. No, thank you for taking Charlie.